Hey guys, welcome back to a new reaction on this channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more Deer and Grey. Today with their song Diabolos. And before you start complaining, because I know you will, I'm really sorry. I know that you requested the live version of that song, and I also know in general that especially the Deer and Grey fans always tell me react to the live versions. The live versions are 100% better than the studio versions. The live versions here, the live versions there. I know that. I know that. Let me tell you, you're not the only ones. Deer and Grey fans are not the only ones. In general, every fan of every band is saying that to their own band, of course. I also could tell you, I don't know, Stick to Your Guns is better live than you listen to it on a freaking record. I know that. I freaking know that. But hear me out. I don't know. I guess what I think is you can first appreciate a live version 100% more when you know the studio version. Because when I listen to the live version at first, I don't have something to compare about. Then I know the live version and I can tell you, yeah, that's really cool, but maybe it's not as good as you said it to me, because I don't know the studio version. I have no idea. I don't know how much better the live version is. If you understand what I try to say. So I decided to listen to the studio version first, but of course I will also react to the live version. Not today, but later on. Somewhere, sometime else. You know. Just for you to know, alright? So don't worry, the live version is not out of the world. I can still react to it. I just won't do that today, because I want to hear the studio version first. And also, sometimes when I really like a song, I listen to that in my private time as well. And when I listen to it in my private time, of course I use Spotify. We all know. And Spotify also doesn't have live versions. Because reasons. Or let's just say a band has really to release a live record. But that's mostly not the case. We all know that. So the studio version it is first. And I'm a little bit scared about something. And that's that the song is 10 minutes long. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of really long songs. I really like it short and compact and really catchy and stuff. And also to all the songs I already reacted to by Deer and Grey, when I think of Venushka, when I think of Roko, I hope I pronounced it right, and of course Different Sense, the last one. The shorter songs, I like the shorter songs more. I like Roko and I like Different Sense. Venushka was a little bit too different, in my opinion. But hey, we will see. Maybe it's a 10-minute banger. I have absolutely no idea. So, Deer and Grey, Diabolos. Let's freaking go. Alright, guys, sorry to pause after because the copyright strikes. Because no, we're almost at the half. And in my opinion, it's a cool song. There are definitely instrumental parts I really love. I'm honest with you, there are some guitar parts I think are really catchy. Especially, I freaking love the drums, but I also play drums myself. Of course, I'm a little bit more drum focused. I guess the only problem I have, but that's just my personal problem, is that the song is, for my personal music taste, too progressive, too instrumental focused, if I can say that, or there's too much focus on the instrumentals. And I expected that already because it's a 10-minute song. Every time I see a really, really long song, I know this will be a more instrumental type of song, and more not instrumental type, but a more progressive type of song. Um, and that is not directly my type of music for me personally. Of course, like I said at the beginning, I like more really shorter songs and compact and just 4 minutes straight into your face, instead of 10 minutes and 5 minutes are just instrumental parts, and then you have 1-2 minutes where it's really straight into your face, like the part right now I really love. I'm honest, there's this really faster, heavier part, but the rest of the song is more, yeah, of course it's atmospheric and stuff, I understand that, but that's just not the type of music I listen to. I'm honest with you. Um, so that's a little bit the problem I have. But like I said, that's just my personal taste. It's a personal problem for me. If you like that type of Deer and Grey songs more than, for example, I like the more shorter tracks like Oroko or like Different Sense, then of course it's totally fine. Then of course it's totally fine. Then you can listen to that, or Venushka also. I guess it was a 7-8 minute song. Really cool, but it's just not the type of music I listen to. Of course, there are also bands with really, really long songs that got me from the beginning to the end. I'm sorry. For example, Neoblivious Caris. I don't know if you ever heard of that group before, but there are also a lot of. They did a lot with also orchestral instrumentals with violins and pianos and stuff. That is freaking insane. That's why I love Neil Davis Karras so much, even if there is also a song 15, 16 minutes long. But I can really listen to that. But when it's really music like that, or I don't know, if it's an Opeth or if it's an Iron Maiden or whatever, and they have really 10, 12-minute songs, I know exactly what will come out. I know exactly there are really just 6 minutes of instrumental parts, and the rest is good. Also for me, good. Like I said, this faster, heavier part, I freaking love that. But it's not enough or for me to listen to the song again, because then I know I have to listen to 5 minutes at first. Maybe I don't like before I come to the part I really enjoy, and that's the problem I have. Then, like I said, then I have a 4-minute track. I like it from the beginning to the end, except of a 10-minute songs where I like 2-3 minutes in the middle or at the end, and I have to go through 5 minutes maybe of a part I'm not enjoying as much. Like I said, just my personal opinion. You have a completely different opinion, totally fine. We can still talk about that. Hey, I'm here, I'm open for that. Just wanted to say that. But we go a little bit back. We listen to the rest of the song. Let's go. Right, that was Deer and Grey with the song Diabolos. And in my opinion, it's a good song for what it is. I also really like it more than Medushka, because Medushka was something different in my opinion. That was really something different. Um, like I said, it was definitely way more progressive focused, way more instrumental focused. Of course, there are also really heavy parts, and I really love them. Don't get me wrong. In my opinion, it's a really cool song, but I have to say, I really like to listen to that kind of songs. I'm honest. When I react to them and I have a 10-minute songs where I can vibe a little bit to it, where I have a journey to go through, totally fine. Definitely really cool. I really enjoy that. The problem is, I never would listen to something like that in my private time. And that's really sad, because when I listen in my private time to music, of course, I want to listen to the more shorter, compact, straight to the point songs, in my opinion. Um, like I said, 3 to 5 minute songs, and that's literally it. That's the reason why I'm a big metalcore fan, of course, because they have that type of length. That's why I'm not really into progressive type of music, because when I think of an Opeth song, when I think of an Iron Maiden song, when I think of a Periphery song, I think of an like I said, a New Oblivious Carrots track. They are extremely long, and sometimes I don't have the time to listen to that, or not I'm not calm enough to go through this journey again over 10 minutes. Here, when I record something, I have the time. I can go a little bit back. I can listen to it totally fine. But when I'm at work, or I don't know, where I listen to music in my car, and I have to focus on the street or whatever, or on my work, of course, I don't have that. And then I don't listen to that type of music. It's super sad, but it is how it is. That's why I would stick more to the shorter, heavier Deer and Grey songs like Roko, like Different Sense I reacted the last time, and that's totally fine. But I still like to react to that kind of tracks. And thanks for this reaction, or thanks for this request, because you requested that. And I'm looking forward to the live version, because I also believe that especially that type of songs are live even more powerful. But like I said, I wanted to listen to the studio version first, and the next time I can really, really enjoy the live version, I guess, more. Because now I know how the studio version sounds like, maybe then I know how amazing they are freaking live. For example, I had the same thing with G-Luca. G-Luca also a Japanese visual key band. Maybe you heard of them. I reacted to a lot of songs here on the channel by G-Luca, or not that a lot, but I guess 5-6 songs. And then they played here in Germany, and I said, hey, I like these 5-6 songs I reacted to. I really want to see them live. And then I went to a concert, and I'm honest, that was one of the best live shows I ever saw in my life. I was a little bit scared that they maybe sound live that good as on record, because let's just say that fear I have always when I see bands for the first time live, because I'm scared that they are not as good live as on record. But Gianluca that was really one of the best things I saw live in my freaking it. I'm honest. That was just insane. I had freaking tears in my eyes because I couldn't believe how good it was. I can tell you that. That is literally true. I was standing there in front of that freaking stage, and I got freaking tears in my eyes. And maybe Deer and Grey will have the same impact. I don't know. We will see. Just wanted to say that. But yeah, guys, thanks for this request. Next time, I hope I see you guys at Diabolos Live, or maybe maybe first another Deer and Grey song. I don't know. But like I said, I will definitely listen to the live version. Don't worry about that, guys. I have your back. Alright, guys. Thanks for this request. If you have any other requests, wishes, whatever, write it down in the comments. You can write me on Instagram, link is in the description. If you haven't seen my other Deer and Grey reactions, I will give you my Deer and Grey reaction playlist right now in the outro. Just click on the playlist on screen and you can watch them if you want to. If you want to talk about Deer and Grey with me or the whole community, join our community Discord. Link is in the description. You can join anytime. You can talk about anything you want. It'd be cool to see you there. And then I'll see you guys again in another reaction. Would be awesome. And I say, bye!